Mark my words, Ghosts of Tabor is going to revolutionize virtual reality games because of two specific gameplay elements.
All right, our last award, the winner of VR Game of the Year, Ghosts of Tabor by Combat Waffle Studios.
And thanks to you, the community, we've created something so amazing that it will last for years. But rest assured, we are nowhere near done yet.
In my previous video covering Ghosts of Tabor, I highlighted two specific gameplay elements that set it apart from most other VR games: scarcity and persistence. To understand what I meant by that, go watch that video, it should be in the top right corner there. But in this video, to help announce its arrival onto the official Meta Store, I'm going to be exploring even more of what makes this game so groundbreaking. One, why its genre is perfect for a VR game, and two, why its dedication to realism makes for an immersive experience unlike any other. That's a long title, just call it Realism. You see, Ghosts of Tabor is a VR extraction shooter that feels like the perfect mix of Into the Radius and Escape from Tarkov. Let that sink in. Hello? What? Oh, guys, it's the sink. That means it has a lot of the insanely immersive mechanics that I love in this incredible single-player VR game, plus the terrifyingly realistic combat encounters found in this hugely popular multiplayer game. If you're looking for a game that replicates the feelings you had when you first played either of those games, this is definitely it. This is the kind of game that has you constantly looking over your shoulder, holding your breath, listening to footsteps, and I just can't get enough. Ghosts of Tabor has somehow managed to redefine what it is I want out of a VR game, and has introduced me to a whole new genre of games that I never would have expected to like, which is why I agreed to let them sponsor this video. I'm not sponsored by Ghosts of Tabor in any way. I honestly wish I was. Hey guys, if you're watching this, send me an email. I can't believe that actually worked. And while this video is sponsored by Ghosts of Tabor, the fact that I already made an almost 30-minute unsponsored video on this game kind of speaks for itself. I genuinely love what this game is doing, both from a gameplay perspective and as a VR community. Combat Waffle Studios has an amazing vision for this game, and I can't wait to see how it evolves beyond this huge milestone of finally making it onto the official store. Anyways, let me tell you why the extraction shooter is the perfect genre for a VR game. You see, an extraction shooter is a really kind of complicated game mode where you do two main things: shoot and then extract. I guess it's not that complicated, but what makes this the perfect genre for a VR game is that despite how limiting that gameplay might sound, you can literally play this game however you want. Hello? Guys, it's the sink again. But what do I mean by that? You can literally play this game however you want. Well, there's no right way to play Tabor. I mean, there's definitely a wrong way. Yo, wait, I'm friendly.
Get your hands up, boy.
I'm friendly.
Get
I'm
your
friendly.
hands
I'm
up.
friendly. Okay,
Get
okay.
'em up, get 'em up.
They're up. Ah, dang it.
I won't shoot you though. We're gonna have to shoot you, man.
Oh.
Whatever. Alright, honestly, I was gonna try to kill you guys.
But the game never outright tells you what you should be doing or how to go about it. It gives you a sense of freedom that really immerses you into this world, and sure, there's a tutorial that introduces you to the basic mechanics of using weapons, reloading, healing, crafting ammo, and even eating, but after that, you're completely on your own to choose how you approach gameplay. You see, the goal of Ghosts of Tabor is simple. You embark on raids, basically loading into a selected map, and you collect everything you can without dying to a hostile player or NPC. Then you go to an extraction point and return to your home base, but if you die along the way, you lose everything you were carrying, which is why you're always trying to stockpile weapons, ammo, food, and other supplies in your home base. It sounds simple, but that's what gives the gameplay room to be so mechanically deep. And by deep, I mean realistic, and by realistic, I mean excruciating levels of detail that can often be the difference between life and death. But we're here. Let's make sure this is... Oh! Alright, well... we lost that bullet, but luckily we can grab it and put it back in. Although, this needs to be... oh, we're gonna lose another one.
I hate this gun.
Every gun, every magazine, every bullet is an individual item that can be carried, used, or even lost. Even the backpack you're wearing is an item which you'll lose if you die, making it that much harder to acquire loot without one. There's a true sense of scarcity in this game that makes this feel a lot like a survival horror game at times. And once you run out of ammo, out of magazines, that's it.
I think that's a player. It looks like a player to me.
You better hope you find another gun somewhere before you hear someone else's footsteps, or even their voice. This game has that same kind of proximity voice chat that you see in Lethal Company, except instead of a monster interrupting your teammate's life mid-sentence, it's an enemy's bullet.
I would love to make a dedicated video about that.
What vest do you have?
Level 2. I think mine's better than that. Watch out!
But this voice chat actually lends itself to an unlimited number of unique gameplay encounters. Here's what I mean.
Yo.
What up, gang?
What's up?
Yeah, I don't have a gun.
Oh, really? I can give you one. Will you
want
kill
an
me
orange
if...
key card?
Sure.
I just
will you
found one in here.
I feel like you're gonna kill me if I step out there.
Where do you want me to put it?
Alright, I believe you. Oh, you do have a lot of stuff there.
You can,
I pulled the pin on this grenade because I was, expecting you to kill me. But now I don't know what to do with it. I'm gonna drop it down there. Alright, cool. I'm gonna take that key card if you don't mind.
Yeah, you do you.
Well, I'll see you later.
Goodbye.
What a nice guy.
If you hear another player talking nearby, you have a couple options. You could, number 1, threaten them to hopefully scare them away, avoiding the encounter entirely. Number 2, offer your loot if they leave you alone, I don't know, bargain. Or 3, slowly gain their trust only to betray them in the end. Because there's only one rule in Tabor. Don't trust anyone. And seriously, it's good advice. The amount of TikToks I've seen with people betraying other players in this game is so funny.
Alright, well I don't even have anything on me, so you guys know at least I can't betray you in the spine. I do want to check this box over here though. Also, you should learn to trust nobody in this game, by the way.
But this really just shows you how many ways this game can be played. You can go in and try to make friends, be the negotiator, work together to survive. Or you could go in, mute your mic, be a no-nonsense operative who doesn't take any risks on other people. And often this playstyle is determined by how you equip yourself before going out on a raid. Will you go in fully kitted, spotting an armed vest with spare ammo pouches and a tricked out gun? I mean, will that guarantee your success, or are you willing to risk losing that entire loadout of items? Or will you go in with absolutely nothing to minimize your risk? But then the risk is not finding a backpack or a vest, and then you just die in the first gunfight because you ran out of ammo.
So, at this point, we've lost way too many of our weapons way too quickly. We gotta slow down. We gotta go in with, just one thing. Just this tiny pistol. That's all we're going in with. That's all.
12 seconds later.
It's moments like these that you're glad you didn't bring in the really nice loot. And that's not even accounting for the maps that have really dark areas or even a nighttime option, because then you're choosing between risking your really rare night vision goggles or using a flashlight, which gives away your position. This game rewards people who think ahead, who think tactically, who plan their toolkits according to the needs of each encounter, and while punishingly difficult at times, it's so rewarding when you get things right. And if one playstyle isn't working for you, there's always another way to get something done. Don't like how the ammo crafting system works? Ignore it entirely by always scavenging magazines. That's what I did for months, and totally not because I couldn't figure out how to do it. Quick ammo crafting tutorial. even the maps themselves are full of tactical decisions to make. The best loot is usually hidden behind specific areas that might announce your presence when you enter them, like the elevator doors that you can pry open in the missile silo map. Basically, everyone on the map can hear you open these doors, so you have to make sure it's worth the risk. Get in and out fast, or hope that whatever you find in there will help you survive what's coming. Similarly, on the island of Tabor map, there are these locked off rooms that require keycards to enter, but inserting the keycard announces your presence with a blaring alarm. The risk versus reward decision making never gets old. And even though the deaths in this game can be pretty unforgiving, oh no, all that stuff. There's an incredibly diverse number of ways to acquire different gear in this game. You could scavenge the abandoned buildings, or kill and loot players, or simply survive by selling valuable items to traders and then buy your gear from them. And the cherry on top of all that is the freedom to store and arrange items however you want in your home base. This is the part that really makes it feel so much more personal and real. Every item here has a story, a place in Tabor where you found it and brought it all the way here. And dang, is that immersive. It makes you so protective of your items that you're too afraid to even use them and risk losing them. I will never risk losing this precious thing. This thing is so cool. I don't even know how I got it, but I'm never gonna use it. And that's what makes Ghosts of Tabor so special. I would not care so much about this gun if it was just a part of my loadout that spawned with me everywhere and never went away. It's scarcity and persistence. Seriously, go watch that video. But that same aspect can also be really frustrating if there are ever any bugs, like an item falling into the floor and just being straight unrecoverable. That can be a problem. But this dev team is really committed to fixing stuff like this. I've seen them over on their TikTok addressing important bugs and giving updates on stuff like that. Also some quality memes.
Hey, is it worth it?
Oh yeah, it's worth it. If you're strong enough.
But there are a couple other things that I hope they improve on. Number one, the missions. There are specific missions that you can work towards that increase your reputation with different vendors in the Tabor market, and you need to make progress with these vendors before they sell you the better items. But often these feel just like annoying checklists, like kill 5 soldiers or survive 5 raids, when I feel like they could be so much more interesting. The missions in Into the Radius force the player to explore specific areas of the map which they might not have on their own. In Tabor, it's risky to go on an unfamiliar path. I literally always exfil at the dock because I know how to get there and where the enemies usually are, and I'd also love to just have a map of Tabor because sometimes you can get lost and have no idea how to find your extraction site. Basically, I just hope they implement incentive to explore these maps further, and who knows, maybe they could add some cool lore things to the missions as well. This game does seem to have lore, but I don't really know much about it. Number 2, the other major thing I hope they improve is the squad functionality. You can deploy together with a group of friends at the moment, but you can only talk to each other with proximity voice chat, which is fine when you finally load into the map, but when joining a squad, you don't join their home base. You don't join another player's home base ever, so there's no way to communicate or coordinate with your teammates prior to a raid. It's very important actually to know if you guys are all going in fully kitted or with absolutely nothing. I'd love to be able to visit the host's bunker. It would be cool to see how differently another player organizes their space, but if that's not possible, at the very least they could add some sort of radio function that lets you talk to other players from your own bunker. And number 3, there are so many items in this game that are seemingly useless. I would love to have an inspect button similar to Into the Radius so I know what I'm actually picking up or if it's just junk that I can sell, especially considering how many different magazine and ammo types there are in this game. Right now, the only way to figure out what caliber of ammo a certain magazine takes is by bringing it to your home base and inserting it here. But none of these are total deal breaker issues for me, as I'm sure they're aware of these problems thanks to their very active community, and I hope they have plans to solidify and refine this existing gameplay before adding new content. And finally, thank you so much for sticking around and watching this whole video. Please, if you liked the video, hit that like button, maybe even consider subscribing. I'm Virtual Bro. I'll see you later.